Hi, it's August 21st. This is the BAM Weekly Muni Market Update. I'm Mike Stanton here with Morgan Fahey from BAM's Capital Markets Desk. Morgan, thanks for joining us as we move into the dog days of summer. Interesting market, certainly a lot of volatility in treasuries, maybe a little bit of less volatility, but also some underperformance in munis. Where do you want to start?
Sure. The market was focused on heavy calendar again this week, macro headlines, and the treasury volatility that you mentioned. We saw 30-year treasuries sell off to around a 533, which was the highest level since 2007, before rallying after the treasury's announcement that it would expand its long end buyback program. Treasuries on the week, however, ended roughly 1 to 4 basis points tighter in the 10 and 30-year part of the curve, and the 30-year is hovering around a 526 at the time of the video on Friday morning.
And certainly some lagging performance in the muni market. Definitely hearing from analysts that the boost the market received from inflows and principal payments earlier in August and July is really petering out, although we've continued to see inflows on the mutual fund side. How did the new issues do?
Sure. So, as you mentioned, we did see the 18th consecutive week of inflows this week, which was around 840 million. Year to date flows are now around 66 million, which is continuing to track as the second highest level on record. And then on the week, munis were around 12 basis points wider in the 10 and 30-year part of the curve as of Friday morning. This week calendar continued to be busy. We saw around 17 billion price and expect next week to continue to be pretty active with just under 11 billion so far on the calendar there. And BAM had a very active week this week. We priced around 590 million across 19 series in 10 states. And just a few deals to highlight here were the 136 million Abington School District in Pennsylvania, which was priced by Raymond James, 120 million Louisiana Local Government Environmental Facilities and Community Development Authority deal, which was priced by Stifel, and the 93 million Sanger USD in California, which was priced by Stifel as well.
As we talked about, the school financing transactions continuing to dominate the top end of the calendar. Some other interesting transactions coming in a little bit lower. We're going to break in just a second to have Greg Pacifico, BAM's co-head of public finance and the head of our Austin, Texas office. He'll join us to talk about the Montgomery County Toll Road Authority, which sold $156 million of bonds total for its toll road system. 40 million of those were BAM insured. So he'll take a deeper dive as part of our mini CIV. And then we'll see how next week plays out again as the kind of balance between competitive and negotiated deals seems to swing back and forth a little bit too in the muni market going into the Labor Day holiday and the end of summer. Thanks for your time today, Morgan. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Mike. Have a good weekend.
Greg, thanks for joining us to talk about the Montgomery County Toll Road Authority's transaction. It was sold this past week. Underwriter was Bank of America Securities. The underlying ratings were a single A from S&P. The bonds BAM insured, 40 million out of the $156 million transaction, carry a double A stable rating from S&P. These bonds are going to finance a mix of new money investments. They'll also refund some existing debt for the toll road. So tell us about the project. Where is it? What does it service? Start there.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. The Montgomery County Toll Road Authority, the authority operates 3.6 miles on State Highway 249, which is in the northwestern part of the Houston MSA. It's really a central part of a larger, broader system. In total, State Highway 249 covers about 50 miles, and it's operated by 3 different public agencies, including the authority, and then also the Harris County Toll Road Authority and the Texas Department of Transportation.
And very complementary relationships between those 3 operators. HCTRA actually operates the toll collection facilities for Montgomery, correct?
That's right. Yep.
So how do you approach diving in here from a credit perspective? What are the economic metrics you're looking at?
Yeah, step one is really understanding the demographic profile. So understanding what's been going on in the area. And obviously within the Houston MSA, we see strong population growth. We see strong housing construction, all things that are good indicators of strong growth and utilization of the toll road. Total transactions on the authority segment of SH 249 have risen from about 11 million in 2021 to 17 million in 2025. So really strong growth trends, which again are stemming from that good population growth. On top of that, we take a close look at the authority's track record of rate increases and what they're doing on that end. Positively, the authority here, they do have automatic built-in inflation adjustments on their rates, and they haven't had to do anything beyond that. And that has been sufficient to produce strong coverage on the transaction. And lastly, competition. And in this case, there's no competition or no competing highways, really. Drivers can take local roads, but they're significantly slower. So just from a demand perspective, there's really no competition, which will ensure good traffic going forward.
And I know the authority is extremely clear about that in marketing to potential drivers, letting them know exactly what the time savings are involved in taking the toll road. So that's a key part of how they're positioning this. Well, congratulations on the transaction, Greg. Have a great weekend, and thanks for joining us.
Yep. Thanks, Mike.